Brilliance Audio presents You Can Thrive After Narcissistic Abuse, the #1 system for recovering from toxic relationships, by Melanie Tonia Evans, performed by Colleen Marlowe. My default setting has always been to let my life be guided and inspired by love, kindness, compassion, and empathy. Seeing the light in everyone and everything and being sensitive to the needs of others is the path to heaven I recommend to my readers. I couldn't write my spiritual books if I stopped believing that spiritual approach to be true. But a few years ago, my belief in heaven and the power of love to explain and conquer all was shaken to its core. In 2014, someone jumped into my life with a powerful endorsement from a trusted source. I had no reason to doubt them, but over the next 2 years, I glimpsed hell on earth. The story is a long one and a book in itself, so I won't share it here. Suffice to say, I experienced the pain, confusion, emptiness, and heartbreak that Melanie so movingly describes in this incredible book. I'd never encountered someone before who flattered with such intensity, believed in their own magnificence so completely, and who brought such a promise of magic into my life, but who also deceived with such relish, played with the truth so I didn't know what was real anymore, took greedily without any thought of giving back, and whose promises meant absolutely nothing. Despite the harrowing intensity of the confusion and pain and the obvious red flags, instead of valuing myself enough to walk away, I went into denial. I found myself inexplicably trying to do all I could to help, support, or impress them so the golden period of adoration, so harshly replaced with silent treatments, could return. I believed that by showering them with love, self-sacrifice, and kindness, they would change or see my worth again. But the more I gave of myself, the worse things got. It was pitiful. I lost myself, and I can honestly say that if I hadn't stumbled across one of Melanie's videos, I may not be writing this preface today. I certainly wouldn't be living the joyful, loving, and fulfilling life I live now. Being a spiritual author, people often write to me asking for advice about why bad things happen, or they want my spiritual guidance for dealing with the loss of a loved one, or a crisis of belief in themselves. I care deeply about my readers and love nothing more than to teach, share my knowledge, and see others grow in spirit. But during that dark period in my life, I suddenly found myself for the first time simply unable to offer that guidance with any conviction. The reason was I needed help in spiritual understanding myself. The situation was so agonizing and my heart cut into so many pieces, I didn't know where to turn. I've always been self-reliant, and asking anyone, even family and friends, for help when I needed it doesn't come naturally to me. Fortunately, in the past when I've encountered tough times, my spiritual beliefs and the energy of love and joy I had in my heart has pulled me through and given me the strength and hope I need. But this time was dramatically different. My heart was dry, my spirit depleted. I urgently needed help, so I did what I always do. I prayed for it. Heaven, with a little help from Google search, answered through the YouTube videos of Melanie Tonia Evans. Instantly, I was mesmerized by her message. It resonated powerfully with me. I signed up to her NARP program and my healing adventure began. 4 years on, thanks to Melanie, I'm at the end of the narcissistic tunnel and have reached the point when I'm actually grateful for the experience because it showed me that I was seriously lacking in the self-love department. Melanie helped me understand something I instinctively knew, but clearly needed reminding of, and that was that the understanding, validation, adoration, and excitement I was seeking outside myself were all things I needed to discover from the inside out. I also have reached a stage when I truly don't want revenge, because I know that for a narcissist, to quote Milton, "Which way I fly, myself am hell. The law of karma will deal with them." Thanks to Melanie's spiritual wisdom, I can let go and simply send them love and hope they find their peace.